What's up, guys? Your boy, 22K13. Gonna talk about 10 most epic WWE heel moment of 2015 so far. And this comes from WhatCulture.com. A common argument among WWE fans these days is that there are no longer any true heels in Vince McMahon company. The portrayal of the really good bad guy is seemingly a dying art nowadays, with heels often instead choosing to take the route of the charismatic villain who still garners a smattering of shields and is able to sell merchandise. Despite this, in a world of brightly adorned heroes, stuck in limbo mid-card and far too cool heels, there still are some truly brilliant bad guys out there when they are allowed to be so. Whether it's genuine act, hero turning to the dark side, straight up disrespect, or simply a performer being so masterful at their villainous act that you couldn't help mustering a wide smile of appreciation at their dastardly deed. There have been some memorable and despicable acts in this calendar year to date. 2015 has produced some truly great hero moments so far, although you may have forgotten about some of them by this point in the year. So with that said, it's time to get refreshed and take a timely look back at some of the greatest and most villainous moments that 2015 has given us up until this point. Number 10. Keep your enemy closer. When Kevin Owens made his much-hailed NXT debut, his first night of an in-ring action also saw best friend Sami Zayn win the NXT Championship from Adrian Neville in the main event. The locker room would fill the ring to celebrate with Zayn, although the focus was clearly on Owens as he hugged and cheered on his longtime pal. Then things took a turn for the worse for Sami, as his apparent bestie bud ended up powerbombing him onto the ring apron and ruined what should have been the greatest of night for the former El Dinero, and with him having spent so long trying to get to the top of the NXT mountain. Not only was this a fantastic, shocking moment, it also perfectly set the tone as to what direction the WWE was looking to go with Kevin Owens. Number 9. The Dead Man Grew the Beast. The recent return of The Undertaker is one that feels a little off in certain ways. Sure, it had made for some great television, in the same way that it would if you saw your granddad face with Brock Lesnar, but the role of heel and face seemed blurred at best in this feud. It's easy enough to do a face versus face angle when booked correctly, but when you break it down, then Taker return at Battleground was undeniably one of the biggest heel moments of 2015 so far. The Dead Man returned and attacked the most popular character in the WWE, kicking him in the nut and screwing him out of the World Championship. But though looking for justification, you could say that Undertaker was merely being a wily veteran who did whatever he could to get one over on Brock. For others, Taker's action after pay-per-view had many wondering if he was indeed returning to the company as a heel. Number 8. The New Day. By just existing, the New Day have proved themselves worthy of being included in this list. Inexplicably pushed as far too happy babyfaces at first, the team transition to heel has made the group one of the most entertaining parts on WWE TV. Whether it's the forced positivity, the clapping, the motor mouthing of Xavier Woods, picking up cheap wins as they go, or simply appearing in the background of the television product, everything that the New Day do has done over the last few months has worked perfectly. It would be hard to pick out one standout moment from the New Day, for they do so much so well in terms of being annoying heels and have a captivating presence in everything they do. It's a great credit to Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston that they took the proverbial chicken shit and turned it into chicken salad with the New Day gimmick, making themselves a must-see part of WWE. Number 7. Reigning over Roman. After having Roman Reigns crammed down their throat throughout the road to WrestleMania, Many WWE fans were worried that the Money in the Bank pay-per-view would see Roman walk away with the briefcase and continue his undeniable march toward the World Championship. Luckily for certain quarters of the WWE Universe, Bray Wyatt came to the rescue. With all of the match other competitors out of the picture, Roman was within seconds of putting down the Money in the Bank briefcase, as most of the IWC prepared their inevitable sign as the fourth push of Reigns seemed destined to continue. From there, out went the light. Then when they came back on, we were treated to the conspicuous by his absence while dropping Roman and removing him from the immediate WWE Championship picture. Thank you, Bray. Number 6. Lack of respect. Japanese wrestling is well known for its emphasis on respect and tradition, both from the viewpoint of its wrestler and its audience. One such tradition is that performers will often be presented with some flowers before a bout commence and an act that is a show of appreciation and of well wishes. Unfortunately, Kevin Owens isn't one for tradition. During the recent Beat in the East show, Owen and Finn Balor were presented with said flowers before they did battle for the NXT Championship. In a brilliant moment of uber heroism, Owen proceeded to trash his flowers and throw them out of the ring. He then goes on to run down Japan and its inhabitants throughout his match. Although the fans did get to see Owen get his comeuppance as Balor walked out as the new NXT champ. Number 5. Celtic Warrior Change of Character. When Sheamus returned to WWE television during a post-WrestleMania edition of Raw, he was given a much-needed change of character. Swerving away from attacking Wade Barrett, the Celtic Warrior decided to lay out over babyface Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. With his face act having gotten as stale as a 6-week-old loaf of bread, it was a refreshing change to see the Irishman checking up his attitude, complete with an ass-kicking new look. While it was initially great to see the change of heart in Sheamus' character, unfortunately it would only be a matter of weeks until he began to become stale again. At present, Sheamus looked destined to always be stuck in limbo, regularly pushed toward the main event scene, yet garnering no emotive response, either good or bad, from those watching. Sadly, he at a point where he verging on the famed X-Pac heat. Number 4. Mr. WrestleMania Superkick the Stinger. Those of you with a memory for the obscure will remember the born-again duo of Shawn Michaels and Sting teaming up to vanquish Demon and Greg Valentine and Buff Bagwell at a bizarre wrestling-based religion sermon back in 2005. Clearly, Shawn's love for his fellow man of God has waned over the years, as shown at this year's WrestleMania, with Sting finally making his WWE in-ring debut as a showcase of the Immortal. His match against Triple H saw D-Generation X and the NWO get involved in the action, as DX and the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac helped the game. It was left to Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall to even the playing field for the Stinger. Appearing out of nowhere to make the difference was the Heartbreak Kid, who nailed Sting with a super kick ahead of Triple H, coming out with a win. While it was surprising to some see Hunter getting the win, it was even more shocking to see HBK turn up and screw Sting. Number 3. Seen Enough. After narrowly beating Kevin Owens at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, John Cena made the age-old offer of a respectful handshake and hug to the man he just bested. Unfortunately for the former doctor of thugonomics, it turned out that Owens isn't one for a handshake. Seeing the constitutory handshake and embrace as an insult, or maybe he just gotten far too tired of all of the Vanity Bright Cena apparel over the years. Owens promptly turned on Cena and laid him out with a powerbomb on the ring apron. For those feeling a smiling, happy, Cena-approved Owens, it was a mightily pleasing moment to see the then NXT champion shake off the warm hue of this feel-good moment and inspire this at the perfect time to give the proverbial FU to his rival. Number 2. Trample title. Another entry, another nod to Kevin Owens, in one of the most shocking and brilliant moves of the year. NXT Owens made his thought perfectly clear on John Cena and his U.S. title during an episode of Monday Night Raw. With a roster that is so often devoid of any true heels, Owens has been a refreshing addition to the WWE product. In a brief main roster career that is already full of highlights, the most controversial of Kevin Owens' actions was when he took out Cena and then proceeded to stamp on the U.S. title. It was a moment that brought a knowing chuckle from those wrestling fans who love to see a good bad guy, and this show of blatant disrespect also genuinely shocked and angered some section of the WWE Universe. Of course, now that he's now no longer the NXT champion, the U.S. title has suddenly developed new importance to Owens, which is another great example of his self-serving heel character. And number 1, Seth Rollins, shock the world. In terms of epic moment, does it really get any better than surprising everybody by including yourself in the WrestleMania main event mid-match and going on to come out as the new WWE champion? Many have taken issue with Seth Rollins' run as WWE champ, but nobody can argue that his winning of the belt was one of the most memorable WrestleMania moments of all time, let alone in this calendar year. Rollins may have been heavily cheered, partly because of how many people recognize how talented he is, partly because of the surprise element of his cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase, partly because his winning meant that Roman Reigns didn't win. But his actions were totally that of an opportunity heel who saw fit to throw himself into the spotlight of the biggest match on the biggest show of the year. By the time WrestleMania 32 came to a close, Seth Rollins had left wrestling fans with a memory that they'll never forget. Well, that's it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Peace.